Flyers TV is sponsored by the Bay Hotel. Phil, how delighted were you with the 4 points from last weekend?
Yeah, we had a good weekend, 3 games in 3 nights. So usually, if you look at our last few 3-3s, we weren't so good on Sundays, and we probably had one of our best games of the year on Sunday here. So had a good result here, and then another good game against Belfast. Tight games, both of them, but they're wins nonetheless. And on Friday, we also came close in Braehead. So overall, it was a pretty good weekend.
Was the performances from last weekend, is that now a benchmark going into the rest of the season?
We've talked about that. I think we're trying to build a momentum going towards the last few weeks of the season, and we're hoping to build on this one for sure. We've been getting progressively better, I think, defensively. Maybe a few setbacks here and there, a few bad games, but so our defense is pretty sound right now, I think. And Brownie's been kicking good. He's looking good in net. So we're hoping to continue on that road.
What are your thoughts going into this weekend? First of all, home to Edinburgh Capitals on Saturday.
Yeah, well, we all know Edinburgh has been struggling lately with departures of big guys. Some of the big players. So it's a must win, and we have to win that one, especially against a banged up team like they are. And but we know that they can score. They can still probably score some goals. So if we play good defensively, I think the rest is going to take care of itself.
Given the position they're in just now in the table, how do you try and guard against complacency against Edinburgh?
Yeah, it's always an issue for sure. I don't want to show up at the rink and just think it's going to be an easy one, because it won't. This league has been, it's been proven this year that it's tough every game. So it's a mindset that we gotta have and come in the building and expect a win out of ourselves, and expect a good game, because a bad game can always transfer to the next one, and we don't want that. So we want a solid performance.
And how important is it to get the points this weekend? Obviously, with Coventry and Manchester and Edinburgh still behind Fife in the table, looking for the playoffs.
Right, so we can still catch up a team or two ahead of us, and there's teams pushing behind us. So yeah, we want all those points for sure. So every game from now on is going to be a battle, and it's going to be key to win all of them.
With our big rivals, Dundee Stars, just ahead of us in the table, is it good to be kind of looking up towards teams you could be catching?
Yeah, definitely. And they have a good team too, and we've matched well against them. I don't know if we have maybe one more game against them, so they have a good team, and if we can catch them, it'd be good for us too. Yeah, but we have teams pushing us also, so every game's important.
And how important would it be for Fife Flyers to make the playoffs?
Yeah, it's definitely. That's step one. From there, anything can happen, but we definitely want to make the playoffs.
And then going into the Sunday away to Braehead Clan, so you hoping to take the confidence from last weekend going into Braehead Clan on Sunday? Yeah,
for sure. We had 2 solid games against them, and I think overall in this season we've had some good games against them, and they're third in the league, I think, or up there. So it's one of those teams that we've matched well against, and so we're hoping to continue against Braehead to have solid performances, and I think we will.
What comes into it when you say that Fife and Braehead match up well?
I don't know. I feel like they're very up and down games, like up the ice, down the ice, and it's back and forth against them. And our defense is really good against them, and sometimes we get to play in their end and they get to play in our end. But I think overall we've had maybe our best performances all year have been against Braehead in those games. So I don't know what it is. It's just sometimes it's the matchup that brings the best out of our team.
There's always a great atmosphere as well, that the fans and the clubs have a big rivalry as well.
Definitely, yeah. It's fun to play there, and it's fun to play here. It's always bigger crowds against them, and that definitely gets the boys going. Going over there on Sunday definitely is going to be for sure a special atmosphere there. It's going to be a big game, so we're looking forward to it.
Is it strange thinking that the season is now just going into its last 2 months before it's finished?
Right, well, especially when you look at the last month and a half or since Christmas, we've had so many games, and it's been a blur ever since. Now we're going to hit maybe more of a relaxed time on the schedule, but all of a sudden now we only have a few weeks left, and so if you look at overall, since Christmas, we've been playing okay hockey, I think, and now maybe the last few weeks we've found our stride finally, so it's looking good for the rest of the season.
And Todd was speaking earlier about how important it would be for Fife to win all 5 of their remaining conference games.
Yeah, that'd be huge. I mean, that was definitely one of our goals starting the year, was to finish atop the conference, and that's where we are right now. We're that's where we're sitting now. So we have games in hand, but we're still in good shape. So if we can win those 5 games, we're going to be looking pretty good. Yeah.
Just finally, going into these last few weeks of the season, how hungry and determined are you to maybe get some silverware for Fife?
Some silverware for Fife, yeah, for sure. That'd be awesome. Yeah. Obviously, we have the Challenge Cup that we missed out. By only a goal actually, but with the remaining few games left, obviously we want to build momentum towards the playoffs, and that's where the silverware is going to come in. We get a chance to cause a surprise and beat some good teams and maybe go for the big trophy.